Hi, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. So, yes, today I want to talk to y'all in regards of generational curses. So, listen. And now this isn't going to be like different types of generational curses. No, I'm going to be talking about when, God brings you through and what you will be experiencing and how to go about it. Just the process, yeah, so I wanted to talk about generational curses because I remember my time when I was like, it was in the beginning of my journey and it was a part of my different storms that I was experiencing as I was like, on my journey, and God doing what he needs to do with me. Yeah, it was a pivotal time in my life, him just showing me, and as he showed me, he showed me, the different generational curses that I was carrying. He was showing me the limited mindset. He was showing me, just everything that I had carried, anything that has been conditioned for me to, as I was growing up, he showed me things that I have placed on myself. So it is a pivotal time when, God is showing you and, you are identifying certain limits and certain beliefs that you had that really didn't when I tell you it's like an aha moment, like literally, it's like the shackles have been broken off of you. You're like, bro, like I can't believe my mind was even, under that type of oppression. Like I can't believe I even, and I don't mean that and you're gonna be like shameful or like, beating yourself up. You just be in like disbelief, like, yo, like I can't believe you know, it'd come from a place of like new awareness, like, yo, this is crazy. Like I feel like I can conquer the world right now. So it's one of those type of things, and it's a beautiful moment because you're like, yo, like when you let me tell you something, when you identify a generational curse, it's like a new found way, like it is a newfound way, but it's like I don't even know it's like so like you be like in disbelief, like because when you're in that mindset, you don't think that you're in that mindset, you don't know that you're in that mindset, and you don't know that there's a whole completely different world outside of it. That's what I'm trying to say. Like you're like it's like you're secluded in it, and like you don't even know it. You don't even realize that there's like stuff outside of it. So when God pulls you out of that, whatever, like, a certain a generational curse or a certain stronghold, and you now you have the new awareness, and you're looking at the way your mind used to be and where it was coming from, and how whatever it was that he did bring you out of, you'd be like, bro, I can't believe like I believe or even limit myself to even be there. So yeah, I want to talk about it because it's real, especially because like when you're walking with God and you're believing him to do like certain things, like whether if it's like for you to be financially prosperous, or whether if you're trying to be completely healed, or whether if you're believing him to bring you a wife or a husband, and mind you, you're coming from a place, or in your family, like nobody has been financially free and everybody's like working like just working hard, or people like your family have that mentality of crabs in a bucket, or none of your family members whether if it's male or female or have been married, like so you're coming from a place where it's self-explanatory right there. Like, okay, there's a limit there. At like, you mean to tell me that nobody has broken that seal in regards to financial prosperity, or nobody has broken that seal for like marriage or anything like that? So it's self-explanatory there. But when you're believing God to do something like that, like your mind, there has to be something broken. Okay, there has to be, meaning as in your generational curse, meaning as in like there's gonna have to be a shift. There's going to have to be a shift. And when there's a shift, you are learning to operate in a different way. You are learning to, move in a different way. You're learning to adopt certain, a new belief system. which is believing and trusting in Christ, knowing that it is possible. Walking by faith and not by sight. Just really trusting in God. So yes, I put here, breaking what kept you in cycles. This can be bad habits or even sins. You know what I'm saying? Because generational curses, like, they are bad habits. Because if there wasn't bad habits, it wouldn't be a generational curse. Okay, so it's kind of like self-explanatory. So, like, yeah, again, it can literally be anything that you thought was just normal because your family, or just what you have developed to be normal. And when you come into Christ will show you that this is not normal. This is not a mindset that you need to have, in your journey. And he's going to show you. You will become dissatisfied. It will be revealed to you. You won't have to guess. You won't have to try to figure it out. No, God will show it to you. It will become evident that this is something that it has to, that is going to be broken. And that's where the conviction come at, because when it's brought to your perspective, that is it's a conviction, it's a revelation. That's when he's identifying, he's showing you this is something that is about to change. This is something that we are going to be in the progress of breaking and changing. So you will know. And even if it's something that he doesn't bring to you, like into your, into your mind, and it could be you just thinking like, bro, I want to change this, like, or whatever the case may be. That is also you identifying like this is something I need to go to God with. He's going to and seek help. Okay, because you don't want to try to break it your way and try to adopt a different habit, because my main focus, and I want your main focus to be, is to do it a godly way. I remember a time, let's go, God. I remember a time when God was working with me in regards to certain things, and it was one particular thing that I wasn't happy with. And he could have brought it to my mind, but I know it was one thing. I would say he identified it to me, because I became very, very unhappy with it, and the way that I was handling certain things, and the way that I was approaching certain things. And it was until I had to continue to seek God in regards of how you want me to do this, because I see that I am struggling with this. I see that I've done it my way, and I'm not happy. Like, you know what I'm saying? And I know this isn't acceptable if I was to compare it to what you expect and what I'm doing. I know it wouldn't be acceptable. So, I sought him in regards of throughout the whole process. Like, okay, God, how do you want me to handle this? How do you want me to approach this? How do you want me to, engage with this? Like, I, made sure that I kept him involved, and I kept him first when I was changing that thing that he wanted me to change, and I wanted to change, because I was like, nah, this is not it. This is not it. This is not it. So the main thing that you want to do is make sure that whether you identify something or he identifies something, you seek him. You seek him first. You go into prayer. You go into prayer however many times you need to throughout the process. Every time you encounter the situation, whatever you need to do, seek him first. Stop, think about it, say a prayer, do whatever you need to do, but make sure that you seek him first, whatever he's, bringing to you that needs to be changed, or vice versa, whatever you're bringing to him that needs to be changed. Because the whole point of you, having a relationship with God and trying to break something is to do it his way. That's the whole point of it. So yes, I put here, God will help you view anything that's ungodly and begin to help you change your habits. So like I said, and whatever is ungodly, that is, it's considered, it could be your habit, it can be a generational curse, or it can be a stronghold, okay? So whatever it is, It can be as simple as a habit, but it also can be a generational curse too. Or it can be a stronghold. So whatever it is, he's going to help you identify it, which I said he's going to put it into your mind. He's going to have you like realize it, like, this is not it. This is not the way. This is not right. And then he will guide you. Long as you seek him, because that's what the Holy Spirit came back for. Comforter, to guide you through all truth, show you things to come. He's going to teach you. So if you lean on it, he's going to guide you. But you have to lean on it. You can't just say, okay, I identify it. Now, boom. Nah, you got to put in the work. You got to seek him. You got to be intentional about this. God, I see what you showed me. God, I see that you want me to change this. Now, okay, cool. I'm about to go into prayer. I'm about to, every time I see that I'm about to experience this or witness it or whatever the case may be, I'm going to seek you. I'm going to take my time and I'm going to seek you. I'm going to make sure that I can, counsel with you and then do what I need to do. Whatever the situation is that he's trying to break. So yes, this is, I put here, this is separate from sin. This is a part of character building. So it's not always going to be sin. I also want to say that we're not talking about sin. We're talking about, who we are, what we have been conditioned to be, that's in our personality, that's in our character, that that has been developed through over time. When we were in the world, now we're coming spiritual. We're talking about those. We're talking about that. That's what we're talking about. We're not talking about the sins. No, we're talking about who we present ourselves, how we act, whether if it's intentions, whether if it's our actions, whether if it's whatever the case may be. So this can be, you being a better wife, you being a better husband, you being a better daughter, you being a better mother, you being a better father, you learning how to walk as God, godly, righteous. You presenting them fruits. You learning how to, it could be whatever. So it can even be, sometimes we've been raised to, we don't really know how to communicate. All we do is know how to be accusatory. All we know how to be is just, argumentative. Instead of being graceful. Instead of actually communicating. Instead of actually, guiding, supporting. It can be many different things. So, yes, I put here, as God took the Israelites through the wilderness, as he will you. Same thing. That was the whole purpose of the Israelites going through the wilderness. It wasn't supposed to be that long. Because remember, the Israelites was under oppression. They was under slavery. Okay? So God, the purpose of the wilderness was to bring them through and show them, listen, okay, we're going to have to break that oppression mindset. Yes, you're going to have to serve me, but it's nowhere near compared to the oppression that you have adopted through your mind, which is a mindset. So that was the purpose of it. It was the purpose of breaking a mindset, breaking their actions, and just their belief systems and things of that nature, and get them into the flow of God. You are no longer there. You're here now. You're no longer in, in the fight or flight. So yes, I put here, like I just said, the purpose was to prune them, strip them of slave mentality, and bring them into a free mindset. You're free. So I need you to walk in that authority of me. Let's go. I put here, free through him. Like, listen, you're free through me. Through me. So when God begins to break them generational curses, them strongholds and things of that nature, that's you going through the valley. And I made a video in regards to that. The valley is a meadow. So those are the different storms that you're going to be going through outside of the average, of you fighting the battles of coming from the world into your spiritual walk. But the battles are also the strongholds in the mentality, in the oppressions, and you may not think you're oppressed, but it's until God begins to break them chains. He begins to break them strongholds and break them generational curses. He begins to help you to identify what mindset you was really in. Then you'd be like, holy crap, I didn't even know. Yeah. So I put here, this is where your confidence will be developed. Let's go. Okay? It's through the wilderness when you start walking like, like you're the Grand Phoenix. Like, I was reborn again. Honey, what you used to do to me, you can't do to me no more. What I used to think, I no longer think no more. What I used to believe, I no longer believe no more. Like, let's go. Yeah. Confidence on a whole nother level. My confidence is not even in me. It's in my God who sustains me. Yeah. So the confidence that you feel it's not my confidence, it's his. But it's reflected back through me to you to let you know. Yeah. Let's go. So I put here, your confidence in God and in the spirit you carry is through the breaking of the curses. You are set free, and your spirit and your action would exude authenticity and power. Let's go. Let's go. Yes. It's through the breakings that show, like, listen, my God did this. Now you get to really see the true spirit, the light, the salt of the earth. That's what you see. You see the authenticity that what God wanted you to see. Not what I wanted you to see when I was in the world. Me showing you, this and that because I thought I was this and that. No. What you see now is what God created and what he intended for me to exude, for me to show in this world. That's what you see. Yes. I put here, limits are identified when in the valley. Period. Your limits are showed in the valley. When you're in the valley, you going through what you're going through. That's when God shows you a lot. So when I say storms, it's a collective, like it's just a lot of different things. And if you're going through it, you know exactly what I mean. It can be generational curses. It can be, strongholds. It can be, you going through medical issues. It can be you going through financial issues. It can be so many different things. But we experience it all. I'm not saying you're destined to experience every single thing, but we experience it all. Whether if it's whatever it is. But definitely, breaking up the chains, we're definitely going to be going through that. Because we're coming from the world and we're going into our spiritual walk. So, and we can't bring those bags. We can't do that. So, yeah. So, yeah, that's what I said. These are some of the battles we face outside of what we entail. Like we carry. So, yes, listen. I hope this video was edifying. If you enjoyed this video, please like, share, and comment.